live.
Good afternoon, students. Whoever has logged in online, thank you for joining. And we will start the live streaming and start the interactive session now. I hope you can hear me properly. Maybe you can say something on the chat so that I know you are there. You can just introduce yourself. Good afternoon, Jignesh. Maybe I'll ask, there were a couple of people who had posted some questions. So are they there? I'll just check. Swaraj, are you there? Thanks, Jignesh, for confirming. If you're there, Suraj, you can put a message on the chat. And Justin, Sophia, if you're there. Somebody just posted a question, so I'm assuming they're there. Subramanian R. Okay, so let me. You could just repost your questions here, maybe in the chat. Or any new question also, you could just start. So one of the questions is kind of out of scope about some networking papers. So I don't think that I will answer that. Okay. Two questions are good. That I can answer, but I'll just ask one more time. Is Mr. Swaraj, are you there? And Subramanian. If you're there, if you could say hello on the, but I guess when some different times, maybe. No. Okay. So I would still like to wait for questions from people who are here. I can start answering questions that I got on the forum, but they are not from people who have logged in. So there was a Google sheet that was a Google form that was circulated, which, some of you have filled. If you're here, then maybe just say hello and I will answer. Otherwise, those who are here right now, maybe those of you can ask your questions. So remember that live session is for Q&A. Yeah, hi, good afternoon, Ashutosh, and good afternoon, Monojit. There is no material that I'm going to talk about unless you ask a question. Yes, Ashutosh, go ahead, please. You would like to do more practice on numerical problems. Okay, if how can you do more numerical practice? I can, we will just have to set some more extra assignments, as based on, how much time our TAs have and so on, we can do some. Another thing, if you want to do, whatever questions are already there, okay, whatever questions I've already given, you can try to put some arbitrary numbers there. Okay, just change the numbers. If it says 10 milliseconds, make it 15 milliseconds. If it says 2 milliseconds, make it 3 milliseconds. Just change the numbers a little bit and post that question with the new numbers and post your answer and on the discussion forum, and we'll check that. That's an easy way. Yes, there are textbooks. I think the references will be given in the course description or no? Just check. I'm just checking the course. Yeah, there is a book reference I have given. You can check that book. But it will be a little different, but you will see a lot of similarity between this course. I mean, it's one of the main sources. So you can use it. Hmm? Okay. Can you give any? Jignesh is asking. Can you give any? Yeah. So Ashutosh, the thing was that in the course page there is a book reference that has been given, and that's the one you can use. And there'll be some problems in that. We'll also try to find some more book references and put them on this. One of the reasons I didn't give a lot of book references was the way I teach this course is a little different from many books. Many of the books will have a lot of detailed probability material, and then it will be a little difficult. But you can try the book that is given in the course page. Okay, now Jignesh is saying, can you give any references to CS related course you have taught on NPTEL or IITB MOOCs? No, this is my first course I taught on MOOC. So if you want to know some reference of which course, other CS related courses, I can, one thing I can tell you is there is actually a website called Bodhi Tree. Okay, Bodhi Tree. I don't know whether I can type something here. Okay, just Google for Bodhi Tree IITB, and you should be able to find basically lot of there is a so just do Bodhi Tree IITB and it will take you to one website in which lot of computer science courses offered by IIT Bombay people are there. Many of those are not on NPTEL. So those you will find that they're just free registration and everything, and they're just self-study sort of thing, but there are very good videos, lot of questions and everything. So you will find that there. Okay, this is to answer Jignesh's question. Okay, Nalini is asking, good afternoon, ma'am. Kindly provide the assignment solution by proving the solution for the problem instead of stating the option alone. Solved solution will be really helpful. Okay, sure, we can do that. We can provide that, and or we can have a live session, one more live session if that is I will permitted where I will solve some of the problems. If people can uh, uh, submit in advance, we will circulate a form. We can circulate a form where you can submit in advance which questions you want me to solve. Maybe a live session will be better, where I'll just solve those problems. So today we can just consider this more as a live session for what should be there in the next live session. Okay, have these people who had submitted the questions, have they joined? Subramaniam, are you there? I could answer your question, or you can post it again here. No, Jignesh, you please go to Garuda. I should type Garuda. Garuda.bodhi.csc.itb.ac.in. Yeah, there are some other Bodhi websites which are for internal use. Go to this one. This is the MOOC. You should be able to just enroll for it and do about 5-6 courses. There is computer networks, there is architecture, there is operating systems, there is wireless networks, there is network security. There are many courses there. Okay, any more questions? Textbooks, I will send on the discussion forum, I'll send a few more textbooks. And I will do one more thing. Actually, there is no good textbook for the way I'm teaching this course. That's the problem. I can send you some textbooks. They will all be quite mathematical, but I'll send you the textbooks. Obviously, this is all in many textbooks. And we are just the slides have to be formatted in a certain way. That thing is going on. After the slides are formatted, then we will be sharing the slides. And I actually have course notes for this course, which is most similar to how I have taught this. So those course notes I will share. I will put it on the discussion forum. The course notes are almost like a textbook. It reads like a textbook. So you can, for example, there is a book by Kishore Trivedi, which is available in India. But again, the treatment is very mathematical. I mean, if you are interested in that, please go ahead and get a book by Kishore Trivedi. Kishore Trivedi. Might be there. It's about 300 rupees or something. This book is still there. It's called Probability and Statistics and Queuing and something like that. It's a very good book. I mean, I've learned a lot of things from that book, but again, the treatment will be very different. The sequence will be very different. And for you to find this material in that book will take some time. That way, the book that is on our course website, by More Harkol Balter, that book is best. That my course is closest to that book. Hmm. Any other questions, comments? It's your opportunity. See, you've logged in anyway. So any doubt for any lecture? Anything that you've not understood? Today, I don't have, or I can, if I don't know that I can do a particular solution today. I don't think I have the setup. But otherwise, anything else? If you want me to go through some lecture, some particular slide you didn't understand, I can do that today. For solving problems, I will need that pen and digital to write. So today, I think that setup is not there. Next time, I'll have it ready. Okay, actually, this assisting staff here, they can set up this pen and for me to write. So, Nalini, for example, if you can tell me what you want, which question you want me to solve, I'll solve it right now. At least one we can do today. Then more sort of solved, really steps and everything we can provide later. Hmm. Yes, a couple of other questions are there. I will just give us 1 second. Okay, I can read the, okay, how to proceed for optimizing network configuration for improving 5G network performance. Just a second, huh? On this I have to write, no? Go ahead. Sure. Okay, all right. My pen setup is also there. Meanwhile, let me, we'll have to do it like this. Okay, good, no problem. Okay. Um, how to proceed for optimizing network configuration for improving 5G network performance. So this is a good question. 5G network is actually a very good example of where you can use some queuing systems. And for example, if you need to decide what should be the bandwidth of a certain radio link, or how many servers of some kind you need, you can totally use queuing systems. And Monojit, if you are interested, actually, there was a paper we study when I teach this course here in IIT. We teach, I have a paper reading, which is a complete queuing model of a 5G, some of the server part of 5G. Entire queuing model of 5G is too big, but of the servers, some of the servers of 5G, it's a queuing model. It's a research paper which has done a queuing model of that. So if you want, I can share that with you on the discussion forum. I can send you that link, and you will understand one of the ways that queuing models have been used for 5G. Okay, it's nothing different, right? How is 5G different from anything else? There is a server, there is some arrival rate. You have to uh, find, maybe response times. The techniques that we are learning, Monojit, are nothing to do with the technologies. They are general techniques that work for any technology. For the next 100 years, no matter what technology comes, it will work. That's why we just speak in generic terms like server and C and mu and lambda and tau and like that, right? Yeah, I'll do that, Manojit. I'll send you the paper. It's very interesting paper. Okay, coming back to Jignesh, any other CS courses, initiatives from IITB MOOCs or offline workshops from NPTEL or competition like Yantra? Okay, I will give you one more thing. Since this screen is shared, I'll write it here itself now. There is a very good initiative called CSERN. You can see my screen, right? On the chat, can somebody confirm you can see my screen? Okay, I'll assume you can see my screen. So CSEL is CSC IITB. You can Google for it. Okay, or you can also go to it by it stands for Computing Systems Education and Research Lab. Okay. So it's an initiative by all the people in the computer science department at IIT Bombay that are in this so-called system. Systems means operating systems, networks, cloud, virtualization, all of this space that starts from the basic prerequisite of operating systems and networks. That is the undergraduate stuff. And then based on that, there are so many advanced things, all the way to security, blockchain, all of that. So all of those people are a part of this initiative, and this is an outreach initiative. Okay, you can go right now to that website. In fact, my NPTEL course and all of that is linked from that website. And we had actually we had a whole. So if you go to that website, if there is some, I think there might be some contact there where you can send an email and you can get subscribed to the alerts from that from there. So we had a whole summer camp, exactly like Yantra. We had a whole in from almost February to or March to May. We had a whole boot camp. We called it boot camp. So it was a whole boot camp where there were 3 different threads where students could do web programming or something at the very low level operating system level or some network something, and 3 projects were given, and it was very well run. And some students were going to be selected to come here for summer, but somehow it turned out to be it's the first time it happened. So actually there were not many students who actually even qualified to come here. So there is space, there is a lot of interest. We really want people who will be interested in such activities. And yes, in the future on campus camps will come. So please sign up to that, whatever list is there. If there is a direct sign up available, then go to the website and sign up, or just drop an email saying I want to sign up for all alerts of this activity. Jignesh, did you find the page? Can you confirm on chat whether this CSEL page is available? Okay, Prasad is asking, I have completed my MTech in energy system. Can you please tell me we can use queuing system in estimation of solar irradiances? So I don't even understand what solar irradiance is, but what I can say is that anywhere, where you have a resource and something is coming to queue for that resource, that basic setup has to be there. If that setup is not there, then you can't use queuing systems. Queuing system means there should be something that some entity queues up for. So in solar, what is it going to be? I, I don't, I think if your solar system is, a cyber physical system, which is sending some data into the cloud, like there are so many, the solar inverter or something could be a smart system, which is on the network and sending data so that some optimization can be done. That kind of data, if your solar system is sending to the cloud, then it becomes a queuing system problem. But otherwise it seems to be a completely like core engineering, like your physics and all of that sort of problem. Okay, Jignesh, go to the contacts or something and send an email, then we will subscribe you. There's definitely some contacts. Okay, again, those who put the questions on the forum, are anybody here? Subramanian, Swaraj, and Nalini, you have to tell me some. Yeah, 1 second. Nalini, can you tell me some question to do? I will do it now. Otherwise, we'll stop sharing the screen for the moment. Stop. Still there. Okay, any other questions? Okay, anybody else? I don't know if anybody else wants me to solve a question, not just Nalini, anybody else. Just pick some question, I will do it now. Okay, Jignesh has asked any conferences in India, like where we can attend, like the ACM US International Conference, ma'am. Is the conference going to go live? I'm not going to be talking anytime soon. But on this CSER, we might be having some activities where we might give some talks and all of that. So again, I would say stay tuned to CSER. And if you're subscribed to CSER, if there is any such conference coming up, we will send that announcement on CSER also. It's very important to subscribe to CSER. I mean, you can send us the mail and we will subscribe you. Then any such, because it's so nice that you're asking, but you missed it because 2019 we had it's called a ACM conference on performance evaluation. It was an ACM conference and it was hosted in IIT Bombay. After that, it's had been pandemic and not a single conference happened. But 2019 we hosted a really nice conference and students were fully, scholarship was there. Students could have come here with everything paid for them. But yeah, it'll happen again, such conferences, and we'll keep you posted. I can't. Achha, there is, depending on where you are, there is every year there are 2-3 conferences. Okay, I will type their names here. You should try to get something. If there are some scholarships or something that you can get, I think all these conferences always have scholarships for attending. So there's a conference called ComsNets. It happens every year in India. It's a good conference. There'll be international people who will come, and even nationally there are IIT professors and other people from different good colleges who will present stuff there. If you're so interested in all of this, definitely look it up. ComsNets will be in January, and registration will start, will be in 1 or 2 months. Keep an eye out for that. Okay. And you just have to send them mail, even if they have not announced. If you say I'm a student, I want to attend, but I don't want to pay for the, because these can be expensive sometimes. Typically, they will just find a sponsor very easily. Okay. So that's one. Then there is HiPC. This stands for, so ComsNet stands for Conference on Communications and Networks, something like that. And HiPC is High Performance Computing. So HiPC also is an Indian conference, but it's a very well regarded conference, and it happens every year either in Bangalore or Goa. There are a lot of student sessions. There are a lot of things. try to find, if your college will send you or something, and somehow you should be able to attend. If there is a sincere student who wants to attend a conference in India, usually there is a way to do it. Usually there is never, it will never be impossible. Okay, High PC is also very good. A lot of fun also. Usually it is in Goa and a lot of fun. And you'll meet a lot of people. High PC is a big conference. You'll meet a lot of people from all over the world. You'll learn a lot. You'll make some connections. It's very good. Okay, let me take the next question from Monojit. In multi-hop wireless networks, how is throughput affected? So multi-hop wireless networks, typically, if there aren't multiple channels in the hops, okay, the same, okay, now maybe I'll go back. Can we share screen? Can you see my screen? Share screen. So this is multi-hop. That's your routers, right? Okay. So when a packet, let me use another color for the packet. Is the packet going from here to here, and then the same packet has to be buffered here for some time, and then it has to be sent off over here, right? So if your multi-hop routers are, there are many different technologies, but if it's just a normal wireless access network where the same bandwidth, same channel, same wireless channel is being used for going from here to here and here to there, what happens is that the same medium gets used for receive as well as transmit. So if the bandwidth that this if this channel could be used at, let's say, b bits per second, it's the same channel. So it actually just becomes b by 2, because half the in the because every actually, yeah, if this is a middle thing, every packet has to use receive bandwidth and transmit bandwidth, right? So every packet, so if you think of this as the end, as one end point of it, there is no transit going on here. So this, if this router was of the same kind, then there is b bits per second available, and all of it is available for transmit. And here you are receiving, this is also b bits per second, and all of this is available for receive. But for this router, for the same flow, for one packet of one flow, there is a receive and transmit that you have to do. So everything gets divided into two. The available resource gets divided into two. So throughput, yes, it is very much affected. You can, say that it becomes half. Unless the only other thing is, if these multi-hop networks in the new technologies, sometimes the receive, yeah, so if we say blue was one channel, then the actually transmit can happen on another channel. So these are those, in wireless, you have multiple channels. So it's sort of like having two different wires. Now you have two different wires. Now there is no interference or anything. Now it will be like any other multi-hop network. Like then throughput is has the same issues. There will be some buffering. There will be all of those things. Okay. Yeah, Monojit, did that answer your question? Do you have a follow-up? Jignesh is asking about Gyan courses or CEP courses. They're always there. Computer science, I don't know right now. I don't think during the semester there won't be any CEP course. Yeah. CEP courses are typically in winter and summer, but yeah, we haven't offered. I don't know. You'll have to go on CEP website and see. As far as I know, there is no CEP course right now going on. Any related work on throughput utilization of wireless sensor networks, I guess, for worst case situations? There is a lot of work on throughput of wireless sensor networks. I can send you some separately. So you are the same one who has asked about 5G also, no? Or was that somebody else? I can send those papers, 5G and yeah. So Jignesh, the boot camp was kind of a competition, yeah. But right now there isn't one planned. Like I said, just wait, just subscribe to that. We will put you in some subscription list of that CSERL community, and you will get to know. What are standard performance metrics for impact of first n packet number of statistical flow features in online point-to-point classification? I don't even understand the question. What is the statistical flow features? You'll have to give me some context. Point-to-point classification is what? I don't know what point-to-point classification is. I don't know. Any repository where we can find CS related material or mentors or any guidance blocks? Same, Jignesh. The answers to all your questions is CSAL. We have the all our course syllabus material there. Anybody who has prepared something for MOOCs and all, like operating systems, you will find everything you'll find there. Maybe I'll just share my screen and show you that. Okay, 1 second. Huh? Let me get to the CSAL website. The CSAL website is not coming on Google search. Huh? Oh, okay, I'll just go there. Okay, let me share. Okay, you can see, right? Can you see my screen? Yeah, this is it. This is CSAL IIT Bombay. If you type it just redirects to this. Okay, So this email is there, csal@iitb. You should just go there. You should send an email to that. Here it says for CSL notifications, click here. There is a form. Okay, screen was not visible. Now it is visible. Huh? Yeah, so this is the home page. Yeah, in fact, there is a little outdated sign here. This is that boot camp that was done. And there's a whole plan here. All of these things will be announced whenever. Currently, there is nothing there. And this is the notifications. This is the subscription form. Okay, if you subscribe to this, then you will start getting the notifications. And here there is courses. So of course, my current course was listed here. Then the previous NPTEL course is there. And we have, before this, we have all the other material, 3 courses and all these other ones. And this MOOC Garuda that I was telling you about, all of that is also here. And my course, now that it is almost done, I will also put it up here. After this NPTEL is done, we will put it up here. Yeah, we had in that thing, the whole intention was same kind of thing. There were some seminars here. Yeah, we had actually also run a competition. Yeah, I forgot this. I had only run this competition, something to do with some sorting programs and all that. But yeah, that is over. So yeah, things keep happening. If you are signed up to this, it will happen. Okay, Jignesh, if you really just want to know about Bodhi tree, it's kind of digressing from this. So I don't want to, hijack this conversation. This is a live interaction for the NPTEL course. So you can send us all this thing on the CSERL and all of that, and we will respond to you. Okay. Oops. Yeah, I think we should not just kind of get focus on this, right? You can send an email on that CSER and so on, and we will connect on that. Yeah. Anybody else interested in something else? I can stop sharing my screen. Thank you, Subramanian. You are the person. Are you the person who had asked one question in the form? Then I can answer it since you're here. So there was a question. Can you please share some real use case in software telecom, apart from discuss that can be applied in various distributions, including Poison? Yeah, that was a question, right? So yes, so real use cases in telecom, what more is there in telecom? What are the resources in telecom? There are channels, right? Which can be wireless channels, cellular channels, or it can be wires, or it can be the servers that manage this whole network, right? Like when I have this mobile phone, right? When I place a call, first thing that, the call actually there is a lot of data transfer. There's a lot of control signaling that happens. It's not directly some call happens. There's a lot of control signaling that happens with the where the of course the data goes over the cellular channel, but it goes to the server. There is a server that checks, for example, if my bill is not paid, if I have a prepaid account and the prepaid account is over, all of that is happening at the servers, right? So there is a lot of computer servers, regular servers that get used in telecom also. So our the same examples apply. There really is not much else. What is there? There is a server. There will be, for example, a server that checks. There's a billing server that will check the status of your account, and your call will not go through. It will not allow you to make the call. All of that flow has to happen, and that will be. Those are the that's the practical example of a, let's say, billing server, for which you'll have to, somebody might come to you. If you're really in telecom, somebody might come to you saying, what should be the CPU capacity of my billing server? Okay, or they might come that my billing server has, it's a 24 core machine, and it is supposed to support this particular region, let's say some region in Mumbai. Okay, and then as a queuing systems person, you can say, okay, you have to tell me, how many calls per hour do you expect? So, or they'll say, oh, we don't know how many calls per hour. You just give us a graph as to where on the y-axis there is response time of how fast this billing check can be done, and on the x-axis there is call arrival rate. Then we will figure out whether we, that whether it can support or not. We will just tell you whatever server, how fast our server can give the response. Then you can use, MG1. In this case, actually, it is quite realistic to assume Poisson distribution, memoryless arrivals, because that is how it is actually. It's quite realistic to assume Poisson distributions. In telecom calls and all of that, Poisson distributions are quite okay. In networking, data networks, in intermediate routers, where packets are coming from here and there, everywhere, in intermediate routers, it is very, very okay to assume Poisson distributions for packet arrivals. Where it is not okay is at the edge. Like right now, I'm on this machine, this laptop, which is doing this live streaming, right? There is video going from here to the network. This video, it's maybe it's getting, there'll be bursts. Like now I do my hand like that, then there'll be a lot of packets that are getting generated. Or if I just sit like this, then packets are not getting generated much, or less thing. So that is not Poisson. This sort of thing at the source, it's not Poisson. Okay. Poisson has to be a little more random, a little more mixed up, a little more chaotic, and not kind of skewed in any way. Then Poisson distribution can be assumed for many situations in telecom. Intermediate routers, call arrivals, all of this is Poisson. You have any follow-up question? Subramaniam, you can follow. And thank you for your comment about the course. Okay. Jignesh, feedback is noted, definitely. I will take this back to our department. And yes, I know that IIT Bombay Computer Science Department has the least number of courses on NPTEL, and we should fix that. Coming back to Subramanian, in closed queuing systems, what is the acceptable loss of probability? This is a totally user's call. So if you are I don't know if you're a student or you work somewhere, this is the call of the business. This is the decision of the business or sometimes a regulator. So there are regulators, right? Like in telecom, there is a regulator, and in our case, I think it's TRAI. They said that if you want to do a cellular network, you cannot have a call drop probability more than this, or you cannot have blocking probability of more than this. They set it. There are fines on telecom companies if they violate that. 5% and all, no, normally it's not that much. These are just conventions. Like cellular companies and all, if you're going to call, the call blocking should be, call acceptance is supposed to be like 99.95% and things like that. 5% is pretty big. But again, for something it might be okay. It depends on your business. What should something be is either sometimes determined by like protocols and timeouts, like when should response time be. There could be a protocol which has a like TCP can have a timeout then of a certain time, then your response better be before that. But otherwise, if it's humans who are going to experience that loss, then it's a business decision as to what should your loss probability be. Yeah, acceptable business standards, like I'm telling you, for I don't know exactly what you're asking this for. In closed queuing systems, which closed queuing systems? It depends which. So right now, nowadays, when you go to Google or any website, you expect a response before you can even feel it. Like maybe 100 milliseconds or something like that. It used to be a few seconds when I was young and web had just come. Few seconds response time was considered fine. Now you can't even feel it, right? The website just loads. If it has to maximum, if it's like lot of things are loading, maybe 2-3 seconds are okay. But if it's a light website, then it's under 1 second, under half a second, things like that. And you don't want any loss at all, but you can never say 100%. So you say 99.9% or something. So you want that 99.99% accept probability. If you're a major business, I mean, if I'm just putting up some website a lot of times, something, it might be down. So it depends on the grade of the business. Recap. Um, I think recap is a little too much, especially now, 5 o'clock. I think we are almost ending the end of the session. Exam its questions are very similar to assignments. They're just general, actually different numericals for the assignments. I have not made very different questions. Formalities, I don't know. That you should put on a discussion forum and they'll answer. So I'm willing to do one more live session. Okay, I'm very interested in doing live session because that's how I feel connected to everybody. Otherwise, it's like something is going on, I don't know. So I'm very interested in doing one more live session. This time, whatever Google form is floated, please respond more proactively, more this thing, and we can even plan some recaps. We can do lot of things. Okay, recap, like a 2-week recap is difficult, but if any specific lecture was difficult, please just submit it. We'll do it. Jignesh, yeah, again, I'll keep pointing you to that CSIR website. All the YouTube playlists are also linked there, but those are courses. You can send email on that. You can send, I think, maybe an individual email also on that email that is there in the course, and you can ask what is it that you really want, and I will, it's very interesting that you're so enthusiastic about so many things, because it will help us plan other things, definitely. Mm. Oh, really? Okay, I will talk to the staff and we'll allow many queries, multiple queries, no problem at all. It's hard to anticipate, right? 4,500 people are signed up for this course. 4,500 people are signed up for this course. Hardly, very few will be taking them seriously. So next time I will request NPTEL staff to allow multiple queries. Or discussion forum pe dalo na. Why wait for a Google form? Whatever you want, put it there. If you, I think you can reply, you can put individually also. If you're a little shy, you don't want the whole world to know about your question, then on that NOC, some email is there. No, you can just reply to that or send an email on that. That wherever I have responded, na, some email is there. You can respond on that email. I will see that email. That email I have address. I have access to that. Okay. I think we are being told to wrap up. So we will stop for now. I hope the session for you was useful, and let us think of this as only a beginning and a warm up for the real live session. Okay. Thank you, everyone.